Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. We may have heard that saying before, usually attributed to Albert Einstein, but that's questionable. But let's look at that saying in relation to our health. Modern health has really focused on our numbers, measuring or counting things, and yet we could be rushed out the door and told that our numbers are fine, and yet we feel like we're falling apart. And if we look at the modern health care system, it really has reached its pinnacle of success, and yet most everyone is sick. So let's look at that saying and realize that things of value sometimes are not counted or measured. So we could actually say that not everything that we measure matters, and not everything that matters can be measured. What really heals you cannot always be measured or even prescribed. There are so many immeasurables that are not counted by the medical system that could have a huge impact not only on our health but also our life. So we're going to discuss maybe one thing today that could help us live a happier, healthier, longer life, and that's having a sense of purpose. And yet there's no prescription for it. You'd never go to the doctor and they would ask, what's going on with your life? Do you have a purpose? Does your life have meaning? And yet the research actually shows that people who don't have a sense of meaning or purpose have higher rates of anxiety, depression, cardiovascular disease, and strokes. Whereas people with a strong sense of purpose sleep better, live longer, and most importantly, they live healthier lives. So modern medicine really never asks the crucial question, why do you get out of bed in the morning? So many people are actually having kind of like an identity crisis. They don't know who they are anymore. They don't feel useful or wanted or doing something meaningful for someone else who really needs it. And our mind and our body are connected. So if we improve one thing in our life, it affects everything in our life. You change one thing, you change everything. And yet if you have a purpose deficiency, it can affect everything about you. The problem in medicine today is that we have separated the mind from the body. We focus only on what we can measure. But as we mentioned, not everything that we measure matters, and not everything that matters can be measured or really counts. In so many ways, we've over-medicalized human suffering and undervalued meaning. But purpose is medicine. It's just not the kind that you can prescribe or fill in a prescription bottle. And there are so many ways that we could increase our sense of purpose. Infusing our daily life with purpose will begin to reframe our sense of self, and we will come to view our very existence as profoundly valuable, which will rewire our brain from surviving to thriving and contributing, which will instantly shift our physiology. So what are some simple everyday things that we can do? We can do simple acts of kindness. We really are social animals who are happiest when we are acting in the service of others. So engaging with others maybe just asking someone at the supermarket how they are, holding the door for someone, picking up litter in the street. These are just simple ways that we could start to become aware of connecting with others. But there are more profound ways, of course, but just having the conscious awareness of our intrinsic value and our worth. And then, of course, a spiritual practice is going to help us see the big picture. It's going to help us appreciate that we are precious, that we were created for a purpose, and that the Bible, the spiritual writings, are a letter from a Creator who cares about us, who has a purpose himself for the future. And it's much more than what we experience now in this trouble-filled world. So there's a wonderful future ahead, and just coming to know that purpose from the scriptures and sharing that with others gives us a profound purpose. I hope you enjoyed this moment of looking at just one thing that we could do that's not measurable, but that really has a lot of meaning and matters. And this is Diane Vanis, your health kinesiologist with 25 years in energy medicine. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of the MindTalk podcast, where we delve into the roots of dis-ease growing deep in the subconscious mind. Stay tuned. Thank you.